this Bulma is really testing my will to save for the 8th year anniversary, and I promise there's good reason, okay? It's not just I want this Bulma. Like, I'm not like a big Bulma fan, really. Like, let's just be honest. Like, I don't really see her as like a top tier wife. That's just my opinion, okay? Relax. But what I do know is that she's on the Power of Wishes category, and if you don't know, Power of Wishes is a category that is led by my favorite LR in the game, the 8th year anniversary Z duo. So I immediately see this as an opportunity to make this character better, especially with their 2-turn. This character, they made this Bulma too good, and I just don't understand why, right? Like, again, I shouldn't say I am summoning, because I'm still deciding on if I want to summon, but it's hard for me to say to skip this character, right? I think the value just comes down to when are you actually going to use this Bulma. For me specifically, if I were to summon on this Bulma, I can really take advantage of her guarding in slot 3. If I want to use her in slot 3, I can really take advantage of her orb changing, her rainbow orb changing. I can really take advantage of her key 3 and 37% for 2 turns. That means if I'm running this character and let's say, you know, the GT duo in 1 rotation and then Bulma slides in that 3rd slot, this rotation is getting buffed with the Z duo, with how broken they already are, and the GT duo. But then the next rotation is getting buffed. That's just disgusting, okay? That's not healthy in terms of balance, okay? And it's a potent 3 key and 37% is nothing like weak, okay? That's a 2-turn buff. That's gonna make this character look crazy on any rotation that they're on. So, like, the question here, I'm not going to say skip this Bulma, because 77% damage reduction, yes, it's a very slow build-up, I understand that, but with the first 7 turns of guarding, you're going to be able to, it's not going to be that bad. It's really not going to be, because let's say after 7 turns, you know, she's going to have, technically, it's turn 7, not 7 turns of her appearing, so with 7 turns in, you're going to appear maybe 3-4 times, depending on which, you know, where Bulma was when you first started, like which part of the rotation she was in when you first started the event. But, you know, 3-4 turns in, you're already looking at 21-28% damage reduction, right? She is greatly raising defense on super. She's supported. Like, this is a very, very strong character support-wise. But before I say summon or skip, the question is, where are you going to use her? If you can define an actual space, an actual time, an actual slot to use her, then yes, I 100% recommend to summon, because 77% damage reduction, the 2-turn support, I never thought we were going to see that. 7 turns of guarding, I mean, this is just, I don't know, all allies 7 key, 17% attack and defense, and effective against all types for 1 turn. That's all allies. Like, what are you doing? Like, this Bulma is too good, man. And again, she's on the Power of Wishes category, a category that again is led by my favorite character in the game. So I can make a power. This Power of Wishes. So I can make, this is 1 rotation right here already. LR Bulma in slot 3. And then I can just build the rest of the team however I really want to build the rest of the team, right? And granted, in the future, when we get a Carnival LR that, you know, puts just straight up 3 key 200% on Power of Wishes, things are just going to get disgusting, because one weakness with this team, of course, is that the Z duo are buffing Majin Buu Saga and Connected Hope for the extra 30%. And unfortunately, Bulma is not on either one of those. So you're not getting that extra. She's not going to be under the 200% leader skill there. But when Power of Wishes gets a 200% lead, it's just like, it's over in terms of how strong that team is going to be. So I really want this Bulma. Again, I'm not a big Bulma fan, but what she does is just insane. And she's strengthening my 8th year anniversary agenda. So, I don't know, man. This is tough. She is so good. But honestly, like, if you're not a big fan of Bulma, you don't know where you're going to honestly run Bulma, then you might as well just skip. Because I know Bulma isn't hyped for many people, including me. I am not someone who's like, oh my god, Bulma, like, I need that, right? We have been asking for an LR Bulma for a very long time, so I also understand that narrative as well. These are her categories, by the way. Earthbred fight. Again, she's an all ally support. So all allies on Peppy Gals, Dragon Ball Seeker, Dragon Ball Saga, Youth Earthlings. Like, it's so flexible. You don't need to have 3 Peppy Gal allies for this to proc, right? It's every single person, every single unit on every single category that she's on. And she's on 7 categories. That's not bad, right? At all. That's actually pretty good. And the fact that the 8th year LRs are on Earthbred fighters, like, it's just disgusting. So honestly, wait a minute, hold on. Goku and Vegeta? Oh, I guess. So Goku, I was gonna see, because I know Goku by himself is considered under the Earthbred fighters category. Where is it? Right here. But Vegeta isn't, right? So these LRs, that makes sense. These LRs wouldn't be under, I just assumed they would be, but Vegeta isn't an Earthbred fighter. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so I was gonna say that if, let's just say, for example, a Carnival lead came out that gave 200% to Earthbred fighters instead of Power of Wishes, you would still have the ability to lead with, you know, the 8th anniversary LRs and Bulma floating and all that good stuff, but that isn't the case, unfortunately. Still, though, again, a very strong LR. If you are wondering whether you should summon or you should skip, the question becomes, where can you actually use her? And ask yourself that question genuinely. Where can you actually use her? If you can find a good spot, because I already have rotations and teams in my head. If you can figure that out, then she is 100% worth summoning on. But I would still also put if you're on global, put a stone cap. Say, I'm only gonna, she's a yellow coin LR. Yellow coin banners don't really have that much value. I would say maximum, like maybe if you're free to play, I would say 2-3 multis max. And that is if you already have a lot of stones. If you have 50, 100, 150, 200 stones, it's not worth going for this Bulma at all. I would say here's, if you want like my actual like opinion, if you are completely free to play and you don't buy dragon stones at all and you're under 1,000 stones, you skip this Bulma. Because sure, she looks really nice, but you are not going to get the same value out of her that you are out of these 8th year anniversary LRs and even these 8th year anniversary banners for that matter. So again, this banner is not going to be good. I'm telling you that right now. It is not going to be a good banner at all. If you're under 1,000 dragon stones and you're completely free to play, you skip this Bulma. That is without a doubt the best choice you can make. If you, let's say you're at like 1,500 out, maybe a multi. Maybe 2, maximum 3 multis on this Bulma to try and get her. If you don't get her, then that's fine. Wait for her to return and go crazy, go stupid when she does. But keep in mind that, again, anniversary is literally a month away. I cannot recommend going deep on this Bulma at all. I mean, listen, I can I can buy my stones if I need to. So for those who are whales or low-key dolphins or even clownfish, quote unquote, who, you know, can spend a little money here and there, this is not really targeted for you because you can buy stones literally whenever you want, but not everyone can do that, so it's not fair to treat everyone the same in that regard. Many people play this game are either free to play or try not to spend money, and if you are in that bracket, which I completely understand because that's, I think, the healthy way to play this game, then you skip this Bulma. Or if you have over 1,000 stones, maybe a multi, maybe 2, or maybe maximum 3, but do not go beyond that because anniversary is literally less than 2 months away, and this is where all your value and stones should be going in. So if you see me summoning, just know that I got a lot of stones already. I'm good to go. And she is buffing my 8th year anniversary. It's not like just some random LR. That's good, right? We've gotten many good characters already within these last few months that I've skipped, right? But this is someone who's actually going to be buffing my favorite LR in the game. So it makes 100% sense to summon for me. So let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.